Hello, welcome back for our next episode of Dragon Age. I'm really excited to see what everybody gets up to tonight. There are potentially Darkspawn involved, which always makes me happy. So, we'll see what they get up to. Before we do so, though, however, I would like to say a few words about our sponsors and then pass it over to Matt to do our intros. But our sponsors are Fundamental RPG. It is a simple D20 system that's not tied to any genre, so you can actually use it to play any style of game that you would like, from high fantasy to sci-fi and everything in between. So it's very versatile. You can pick up your own copy on Amazon if you want the physical book, or if you prefer a PDF, you can get that at coffee.com/Raven, like it's spelled at the bottom and the top left-hand corner of the screen. Also, go check out Die Hard Dice. That is our other sponsor at dieharddice.com. Use the code ANIMUS with a capital A. Up until December 20th, you can get 15% off of your order, which is 5% more discount than normally we have on the code. They were very nice to up that for us for the holidays. And then if you would like to pick up a metal set, highly recommend at the moment the Nightshade set. It's gorgeous. It's got these really cool purple and pink tones to it that make it look like almost like a poisonous berry, like a nightshade, I suppose. But it's heavy in a pleasant way. It's very satisfying to roll. Definitely check that out. And then also, if you're looking for polymer dice, check out the Avalor Blackfeather set, which, as you might suspect, was made for the Blackfeather Guild. They are absolutely beautiful. It's got this black and purple tone to it, inside a mostly transparent sort of shell. The result is that it looks like a raven feather. When you kind of shift it in the light, it picks up the different tones. Very gorgeous. It's a limited run as well, so make sure you do get your orders in for that before they run out. And then also, another cool thing about it is they come with a really pretty Blackfeather Guild crest card and a sticker. So very cool stuff. Go check that out. Also, if you want to catch up on this show or any others that we have on the channel, you can do so at the Fantasy Network at watch.thefantasy.network, or over on our YouTube channel, which is just head over to YouTube, search for Blackfeather Guild, and that will pop right up. Don't forget to subscribe. All of our VODs go there, and we also have occasional live streams on Wednesdays this season, and then next season we'll have Friday and... Sorry, I just forgot my own schedule there for a second. 2 games on Fridays that will be streamed over there. So be sure to go check that out. I think that is everything out of the way. So Matt, take it away. I look forward to seeing how things go tonight.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to our Tuesday Night Dragon Age game. We are the companion side to the Friday game. We took last week off for Thanksgiving for people here in the States. Glad you're back here to enjoy some more adventures. When last we left off, I very carefully set up Darkspawn were coming. So we're probably gonna maybe deal with that. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Everything's fine. Everything is fine. We're gonna go around and introduce everybody and the characters they are playing. I'm Matt. I am the GM. I'm a content creator of various stripes. And we're going to start with Pat. Hello.
Hi. Yeah, I'm Pat. I am a Tactric online, on Twitter, on Twitch, on YouTube. I occasionally can be found online playing video games and tabletop role-playing games here on my channel. And it's a little bit of a sporadic schedule right now, but I will have some more Twitter updates for when I'm up. But tonight I am excited because I'm playing Calix again. Calix is our Navaran Mortalitasi mage, which means he spends all of his time indoors as an underground indoors and hanging out with dead people. And his venture out, not his only venture out into the real world, but this trip has involved meeting a lot of people and things that are more than people, like Titans, and being mountains for a while, and then wondering if dragons come from stars. It's a lot. It's been a trip.
Very, very good stuff. Excited to see what you do with things today. Next up, we have Anna. Hello.
Hello. Yeah, fighting Darkspawn doesn't sound like Dragon Age at all. I don't know why we would be doing that. But yeah, I'm Anna, aka Archival Dust Bunny, most places on the internet, Clan Trans Advocate Museum worker, and TTRPG streamer. And I play Mariana Delamorte, the very personable rogue of our party. She's a crow. Everybody knows that now, finally, which is good. But she's just out here looking for her sister and has to do a little casual murder, but that's besides the point. Hopefully we'll find her sister soon. That's all I got.
Hopefully, hopefully, hopefully. Next up, we have Icy Historian. Hello.
Hi, it would help if I unmuted myself. That usually makes these things go better. Hi, I am Icy Historian at Icy Historian, all of the places on the internet that I feel like being found. And I play Asala Polanius, a Tevinter in Arlathan. So that's great, and everything is fine. Here just to hang out and, hopefully stop the course of fanatical religious belief. That easy peasy lemon squeezy. Figuring that'll be done by lunch, and then it'll be mimosas on the beach from here on out.
That seems like a solid plan, honestly.
Hmm? What's this about Darkspawn? I'm sorry, I was fixing the orange juice.
I didn't say a thing. I don't know.
Great. So yeah, that's me.
Perfect. Next up, we have Rafiki. Hello.
Hello, good to see you again after a week off. That was a bit weird, but glad to see everybody again. I am Rafiki. I'm a TTRPG streamer. Sometimes I'm here, sometimes I'm on the other channel. And when I don't do TTRPG or stream like that, I'm also doing music under Riven Skull Production. And tonight, as I've been playing the previous night, I'll be playing as Patron of Elwood, a Dalish elf, and a rogue who shoot at people with his bow, because why would I make my way all the way there when I can do it from a distance?
You're making a lot of good points, really. Awesome. And last but not least, hello, Nikki.
Hi, who am I playing? Valentina? I'm playing,
Yes.
and I am not good at introductions today. So, game on.
All right. We can do that. So y'all are walking in the great, wonderful forest, following the path that Atrian had been shown. Y'all have been in there. It's a big forest, so there's still quite a bit of time is happening here. It's been a little bit. Y'all have been dodging some fallen trees and some other just little things in the way. The thing that's been weird, at least to Atrian, for sure, is the lack of animals. And in fact, it isn't until today that y'all have seen anything. No deer, no hala, no wolves, nothing. Not even a giant spider for your GM to throw at you. It's been until this morning when a herd of deer just broke out of the trees on one side of the path from you, running to the other side, and just gone. Atrian, at the very least, anyone else is welcome to, but Atrian, I would like to get a nature roll. I think that's what I want. Nature.
Oh, sure. Let me see. Well, nature lore?
Nature lore, yeah. That'll
Okay.
work. That seems fine.
Because nature is, probably skill, but
Right.
12 could be better.
Could be better, but that does tell you enough. You have 2 stem points. Do you want to use them on anything? Anything jump out to you?
I mean, that would be, I'm assuming, in the kind of exploration stunt.
Mm-hmm.
I should have brought up my stunt table. That would have been clever. Let me just bring that up right quick, if I can. Where's my message? There you go. So, what would be a good option with 2 stun point for exploration? I say either probably efficient search.
Okay. And what does that give for you?
Efficient search if if a resource of any kind is typically consumed during the course of the test, you only use half as much. Or actually, in this case, maybe use PD search. I just would do the test and have take half the time that I would need to spot things.
Okay.
Or no.
Yeah. We can go with speedy. You'll just get this a little bit quicker, and you know what? That will help y'all out a little bit. So cool. I can dig that a lot. This doesn't actually take you much. This is run from predator mode. These deer are getting out of dodge real quick. So something is presumably coming in probably roughly y'all's direction from the direction they came, that it was driving them this way. Not intentionally, but just like this herd got out the way.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. And I mean, we're in the middle of the woods, and they're mostly coming towards us. All right.
Yeah, they cut across the road in front of y'all.
Any like rocks, like big tree trunks that we could take some cover behind to
Sure. This is a big Dragon Age forest. There's lots of things.
All right. In that case, I'll just encourage everybody to just step out of the way. Something's coming this way.
All right.
Sala.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say Asala immediately does that, like with zero question in her heart or in her soul. Like, yep.
And hide yourself. No. Be as discreet as possible. I know for some people it may be a bit difficult.
Not naming any names here. All right. Then let's start with Atrian. Where are you going?
I'm assuming there's some, big beautiful tree in, Arlington Forest.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be possible for me to get some, a vantage point to see further in and what's maybe coming in?
Yeah. Give me just a dexterity check to get up that tree. It's not hard. Just don't fail it.
All right. No pressure.
No pressure at all. Oh yeah. You're gonna get up that you can get up any tree that you want to get up into and get a good vantage point. All right. So Atrian is up a tree. Let's see. Mariana, what are you doing?
Knowing that our mages may not be the best at hiding, if I see probably
Way
a
to call
large
it out.
hollow, maybe. What's that?
Way to call it out.
Sometimes you just got to speak truth to the situation,
Have
right?
to. We don't want them to die. Yeah, a hollow of a big tree that has fallen or something, and I'll reach out and grab Asala's sleeve, and if she lets me, kind of pull her towards that tree, and we duck down behind that.
Yeah, I imagine Asala was standing behind a single stick, looking like she was really proud of herself for a second, and then realized that was probably not the best course of action.
I love that visual so much. Very good. All right, so Mariana and Asala are in a hollow behind a fallen tree. Calix, what are you doing?
Oh gosh. Currently debating whether I should try to climb something or duck behind something. Are there rocks? Are there rocks? I've been getting tight with rocks. Is there a big pile of rocks for me to hide behind?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
All right. And then Valentina, what are you doing?
Is there a tree I can crawl up?
Yeah. All right. So Valentina, you just give me a dexterity roll, and just like with Atrian, you just gotta not fail it.
I'm sorry, I've grown an extra set of arms. I'm having a. I'm trying to pull roll 20. I don't know what's going on. It should work fine. Yeah, it's nice having 4 arms.
I hear it's very helpful.
It is.
I've been working in a prop shop all day today, and just like, boy, I could use an extra set of limbs.
One moment.
Oh, you're good. Mariana, everybody else, real fast here, go ahead and give me stealth rolls if you want to try to stay hidden. If you don't intend to actively try to be hidden, you don't have to.
Now, if we don't have stealth as a focus, is that dexterity?
Yes, that should just be dexterity. Good. Mariana's invisible. Calix is not. Atrian is pretty invisible. Good. Asala, were you trying to stealth here at all?
Sala is so invisible that the roll didn't even show up.
Oh, that's an impressive amount of invisibility.
Oh, Asala is not invisible.
Asala is
Am I
also
able
not
to help?
invisible. All
Am I
right.
able to help her at all?
You know what? Because Mariana's there and Mariana is functionally invisible, I'll give you basically advantage on this. You can roll that again with basically Mariana's just like, no, down here, and like pushing you down into position. Hey, that's better. You're pretty invisible now.
Great.
All right, Valentina. Yeah, wow. Yeah, you got way up that tree. Very good job. And you have a heap of stunt points. Okay, you can look now, Valentina. You can look through the stunt points and see what you want to use them for if you'd like. Or I will offer you this with that many stunt points. I'll also let you just be kind of hidden up whatever tree you went up to. Because that's a heap of stunt points.
I'll take that. I'll become part of the tree.
I love it. That's fantastic. So somehow everyone has managed to be hidden except Calix behind his rocks, which I feel like is real good. You know what it is, Calix? Is the rocks are kind of humming, which is weird. Like, you've never noticed a rock humming before, but you've kind of always been aware of it. It's just you never know to listen to it, and then like a primal being that shaped the earth spoke into your brain, and everything got a bit wibbly. That'll distract anybody, really. So here's what everybody else. Here's what Atrian and Valentina see. They're up in the trees. They have the best advantage of this. In the direction that the deer had come running through, y'all see like branches and bushes start shaking, and then a band of just four smaller little creatures and one larger creature come stomping through in y'all's general direction. And it takes a little bit. They're moving through the brush and everything, and the big one just kind of stops and looks over at a pile of rocks, and just like this wicked grin just stretches on his face, and he just like grunts some orders at the little ones, and they all start moving towards Calix Rock.
All right.
Everybody roll initiative for me.
Yeah. Seeing that Calix is probably screwed.
Well, y'all are going to get a surprise round for everyone who's not Calix.
wrong side of the rock, Calix.
Where is initiative again?
It is at the top of your character sheet, right next to your health.
Is that on the first page or?
Yeah, first page under like character tab.
Okay.
Okay.
It might not be a section that. Okay, never mind. Ignore me.
Oh boy. All right. Valentina is going first. Do you have anything you would like to do right away? So everyone except Calix is getting a surprise action if you want to take it. Now, what you can also do is we'll use a little bit of D&D rule on this. So you can also like hold an action if you want them to get in range with something. Right?
Are they out of range right now?
It depends on what you wanted to do. Most likely the only one who would probably really want to hold action might be Mariana, just because she doesn't do range as much. It kind of depends. You can hit them with a ranged attack by now. They are moving up basically to Calix's rock.
So I could do arcane bolt.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay. I'm going to do that if I can figure out how to roll it.
Okay. There are 4 little ones, which for everyone who has played Dragon Age are Genlocks, and 1 big one that's a Herlock. Just so everyone's clear. So just tell me which one you're aiming at when you want to shoot one.
Herlock.
Oh, you want to shoot the big guy? Love it.
Okay. Hope I do this correctly. Does that do anything?
But okay. Woo.
Target number.
I feel like okay. That did bad. Hold on. We can add this up. 10,
I have no-
That's 17. Okay. So those numbers roll together to make 17. So it's gonna happen. It's gonna fire off. Let's see if it hits them. Boo. Yes. Yes, it does. All right. So what is the damage on that? Where am I finding the damage on that? Rafiki, what am I misreading the roll? Should it be telling me damage?
Let me just check. I think she first rolled like to see if she's able to cast a spell, or actually that's it. Yeah.
I don't know. I just hit the little button beside it.
Okay. Magic. You did
Arcane
bolt,
bolt.
right?
Yeah, and it did the bad math thing in there, but it
yeah.
hits.
Sometime things will be weird. Let me just see. Arcane bolt 2d6.
Okay. So just roll me 2d6, Valentina. And
It
we'll
may
do
be
that as the
difficult
damage.
to view on mobile, but on my side, I see like all the spell details in our sheet. So
Okay, is the black die my dragon die?
yes.
Yes.
So that adds to it.
It did for the attack roll.
But not for the damage.
Right. So
Okay.
9 points of damage. Very cool. All right. So that hits him and he feels it. He definitely feels it. So well done. Next up in the order is going to be Atriot.
All right. So, having my bow out and narrow notch, I'm gonna use my minor action to aim and shoot the big guy that's going after my poor little fragile god friend.
Good.
I'm gonna guess that will hit.
Yeah. A little bit.
All right. So that is a total of 7 damage, and I'm sure they're very aware that there's an elf in the tree.
It's now aware of a lot of things, but it still doesn't get to do anything yet. Next up is Mariana.
So I'm gonna pull out of one of my pouches a small glass flask filled with a silvery blue liquid. I'm I'm gonna look at Solon. Stay down. And I'm gonna chuck this grenade at the group of Darkspawn. They're all still grouped together, right?
Uh-huh.
Are they within 8 yards of me?
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. So this is a TN11 grenade check.
Okay.
Please don't miss. Oh, fuck.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Okay. Okay. So this goes, I gotta roll a d6. This goes 1d6 yards in a direction of the GM's choosing before exploding.
Oh,
Of course
boy.
this happens.
Alex, catch.
Hey, 5 yards.
It goes 5 yards.
Oh,
Boy.
Raven reminded me I do have advantage.
You do have
Yeah,
an
you
advantage
said.
if you want to burn it. I mean, because I'll be honest, that was going to go to Calix.
Yeah.
Because
I'll
that
be
was funny.
fine.
I mean, Alex
Hey!
played baseball in his youth, right?
With 5 stinking stunt points. That's
Okay.
much better.
So first, so this hits and explodes in this cloud of ice and frost. So this is 3d6 damage. Oh, 8 points of damage.
Okay.
And all of them that got hit have -4 speed.
All right. So what's the radius on this when it goes off?
I think it's 2. Hang on. Everyone within 2 yards.
Okay. Oh boy. That's exciting.
And stunt points. I got 5 of them. I am going to. Can I pierce armor with a grenade? I don't know if I can do that or not.
I mean, we can just call it shrapnel and roll with that.
Okay, I'll spend a point to pierce armor.
Love it.
Actually, no, I'm going to lethal blow.
Okay, what's
I'll
that?
burn
do?
all 5 stun points.
Okay.
That's another 2d6.
Absolutely.
So another 3. I roll all these ones.
Okay. That's a lot of damage. That's very nice. So it doesn't hit all of the little ones. It does hit the big guy. 2 of them had been flanking a little too far over around the rock, so they're missing this. But you got 3 of them, and the big boy is not having a great day. He's not having a great day at all. And
As I duck back down, I look at Estella. I've never used one of those in the field. I'm really happy it worked.
next up would be Calix in normal order. However, Calix is a little unaware, and all of a sudden, just things are happening around him. So we're going to bounce down to Asala. Do you have a surprise action you want to take this round?
Yeah, absolutely. I actually have a question that I probably should know the answer to, but I have read it and I'm not absorbing it.
Okay.
So cast time of a major action I know is like a thing I do right now. If it has an amount of time, is that something I can only do outside of combat?
What
What are you trying to do?
Yeah, what's the amount of time?
I'm looking at flaming weapons.
Huh.
What's the casting time? Because
I don't know because it's not on there.
Oh. Well, I think we can figure
But I mean,
that
it's fine. I could also do an arcane lance. It's not a big deal.
out. No, let's look up the magic.
Flaming weapons is a major action.
Okay, perfect. So,
Oh yeah, get it.
we are. Well, it. I'm actually going to do that next round
Okay.
because nobody is within melee range yet.
Fair enough. Yeah.
So I'm going to take this opportunity to strike, and then I'll do that. So I'm gonna do an arcane lance at the big guy.
Okay.
That's an 11.
Okay. Let's see here. That just misses him.
Ah,
That just misses his defense. I feel like it's one of those just like he's been hit so much that he's just kind of staggered out of your line of fire when this one goes off at this point. All right. We are going back to the top of the round because that was only our surprise round. So, Valentina, it's your turn again.
Okay. I am going to try that. I could try the arcane bolt again, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to try the same thing again and hope that it works.
Sounds great. Same guy.
Yeah.
Okay. 15, 17. Yes, that should hit. Oh my gosh, the stunt points. Yikes. Yeah, that'll hit. You can go ahead and roll your damage,
Okay.
which was 2d6.
Yes.
And you also have some stunt points. So if you want to look at one of those charts, you
Does
can
it
do
matter
some
what-
things.
Does it matter what chart I look at?
There should be a school spell stunts
Cool.
chart, but also just a combat stunts chart, I think would also work. I don't know that any of those are terribly helpful. Or the advanced spell stunts.
I'll look at that one. 'Cause this doesn't. If my roll 20 cooperates with me.
Yeah, you could do the one that's kind of the magic version of the lethal blow that Mariana did. You can do a lethal spell where you can roll an additional 2d6. That is all 5 of your stunt points if you wanted to do that.
You know what? I'm
That's-
having so much trouble pulling that up. I'm just going to do that.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds great. So roll me 2 more d6.
Eight.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's super helpful. All right. He feels that real good. All right. Next up is gonna be Atrian.
Well, I mean, since the first time it worked so well, might as well, rinse and repeat. Aim and fire again at this big boy who's coming at the tiny human. So that's 23.
Yes. Yes, that hits anyone in this forest you want it to hit. Well, within reason.
Within range
Oh, yeah.
for another 6 damage. And
Another 6 damage. All right.
Yep.
Love that.
just notching those air on it.
And that big guy? You were still aiming at the big guy?
Oh yeah.
Perfect.
No, he's probably the one closest to Calyx right now, so
You know, at the beginning of this combat, you absolutely would have been correct. He's just been having a real bad day all of a sudden. Next up is going to be Mariana.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a deep breath and let it out, and draw my knife out of my skirts and run for the big guy.
I love it.
15.
Yeah, that'll hit.
I'm gonna step around him and stab him in the back of the thigh. points of damage.
All right. He seems to brush that off a little bit. Just kind of bounced off some armor he had going on.
This is the first time in a while I haven't gotten stunt points on an attack.
Yeah. Y'all have been spoiled by the stunt points. Next up, Calyx. Hey, you got shaken out of your whole like rock meditation moment there when things started blowing up around you.
Yeah. Well, I've got something that can blow stuff up, but
Oh,
Mariana, you're still up close to the big guy now?
Yeah, I didn't have any stunt points to move away.
No, it's okay. That's probably not the best idea.
Please don't set me on fire.
No, listen, I just have a spell that if it kills him, blows up everything within 4 yards for 2d6 more damage. That I've not gotten to use because that our two fights are always close quarters. He's not looking good, right?
not at all.
I guess I will just take whichever of the little guys is like been the boldest that's gotten the closest to me. And I'm gonna toss a vulnerability hex on them.
Okay.
So I curse a target within 20 yards, make them more vulnerable to attacks and spells. Where's the button? Give me a button. Ooh.
Yeah.
That works, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So they do get to make a magic entropy test versus my spell power.
Oh, okay.
Which is my spell power what I just rolled, or is that another stat? I don't know what my spell
That's
power
something
is.
completely different.
Okay.
Okay, so that's going to be 2d6. Well, it would help if I typed the command right, is what it would do. Okay, yeah, no, they're going to fail, even with them getting a bonus on that. They're going to fail.
Cool. So whichever one of our little friends made the unlucky decision of being closest to me has a -1 penalty to defense and a -2 penalty test, or a -2 penalty on any ability test versus spell power. So anybody else that casts spells on it also gets extra goodies.
Love that. That's great. All right. Next up is Asala. So we're doing the flaming weapons. You're muted.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So, seeing that Mariana is like all upon our big friend, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Asala is absolutely going to cast. Asala's hopefully going to cast flaming weapons. Asala's first going to make sure that flaming weapons is even an option.
Should be.
The readied melee weapons of all allies within 10 yards of you burst into flames. All inflict an additional 1d6 damage with each successful attack. This lasts for 1 minute. You can extend its duration when you cast the spell by spending an additional 3 MP. Per additional minute you would like it to last. The spell does not harm the weapons it affects and may be cast on frost weapons. So, that'll absolutely go off. And if I'm reading this roll correctly, you got an 18, so it's going to succeed and beat the target number. So, good job. great! Oh my god, I love that for me.
Wow.
Cool.
All right, so I think right now Mariana's the only one with melee weapons readied. So your knives just kind of burst into flames. That's exciting news.
And I'm assuming that's the only thing I can do.
If that's a major
Basically,
action,
right.
yeah, you can move if you want to.
Nope. No.
Seems
I-
good.
Mariana's too far away to tell me where to go, so I'm going to stay right here.
All right, well, now we get to the fun part. Because now They finally get to try to take a swing back. We're going to start with our big boy. Oh boy. Things going to get wild now. All right. So, big boy is going to swing at Mariana. I don't think an 11 hits your defense, does it?
That's against my defense? No, it does not.
Yeah, he's having a real bad day, so he whiffs. And let's see here. Does he get anything interesting? No. Cool. Little guys. The first one who was hexed is going to try to move up on Calyx. And he's going to try to take a chunk out of you. Does a 10 hit your defense, Calyx?
I'm pretty sure a 10 is my defense. So, or no, my defense is 11 apparently.
Okay. First little guy whiffs. Second little guy is going to try to swing at Mariana because she's right there and menacing and all that. Good grief. He just freaking drops his axe. I love this for them. The other two are mostly just going to try to move around. One of them is going to go and try to chop down the tree that the elf is shooting out of. And the other one is trying to move around towards wherever the other mage was last seen. So he's just in the middle of the road now, vaguely moving towards Asala. And yeah, so top of the round is Valentina.
Okay, so we haven't killed the big guy yet, right?
Not yet, but he's real hurt.
I don't know if I can do this 3 times, but I'm sure going to try.
I believe in you.
But do the dice believe in me?
That is always the question.
Because sometimes they're quite unfair.
Well, they didn't believe in any of my darkspawn, so that just seems good.
So maybe they're just going to be nice to me for once.
The numbers on those dice all look promising. 11, so 15. Yeah, that's gonna do it. The spell goes off, and it is going to hit the big guy's defense. So roll 2d6.
I guess when I turn into a tree, I do pretty well.
Nature magic seems to work for this group. All right, 6 points of damage. He takes that hit, and he is still up. He's just, boy, he looks like he could use a nap, just a warm blanket. Next up is Atrian.
All right. So there's this guy like pretty much below right between Mariana and Calyx right now, this big dude.
Uh-huh.
And I'm on this tree. Do I see clearly the other ones from where I am?
Oh, yeah, none of them are being sneaky
Okay.
in any way.
All right, then. In that case, I'm just going to aim again and shoot.
At the big guy?
Yep. Trying
Love
to
it.
take that. To me, it's the biggest threat right now, so.
All right.
Oh, and there's a stun point in there,
Yeah, there is.
which gave me that free little blow.
Yep.
All right. So, all right, I'm gonna roll might as well use my stun point right now for that. It's gonna be combat stunt. You know what? Let's threaten that guy. You know, I'm just gonna be like that one intimidating Dalish elf, or trying to at least. Because you know it's my strength intimidate test versus is well disciplined. And if I succeed, he's gonna want to take a swing at me, so he may ignore Calyx entirely. But I'm not very strong, so
You can sure try it. You're getting the lethal blow for free, so
yeah. So if he beats a 9 in will.
Oh, let's see what his will is. Well, he's getting a bonus to it, so that's probably not great. He did beat a 9.
All right. Well, Calyx, I tried.
But you do still need to roll an obscene number of d6s now, I
Yeah.
feel like.
So yeah.
So
That's more my regular damage.
he might just be dead, depending on how things go.
So
Hey, I want you to describe how your arrow kills this guy.
well, as I'm gonna, yell at him and like, look up, and I'm just gonna shoot through his eyeball, and he's down.
Yup. Herlock is down, and the little Jinlocks just kind of pause, like, who? All right. Anything
You're
else that
next.
Atrian's doing?
No, I'm just gonna stare at whichever Genlock is right next to Calyx, because he's next.
Well, there's one trying to chop down your tree.
Oh well, he's next.
All right, Mariana. The big guy is down, and there's a little one near you that just tried to swing at you a second ago. He doesn't have an axe currently. He's an idiot.
Yeah, as soon as the arrow makes contact with the eye of the big guy in front of me, I'm going to turn with my flaming knife and stab into the smaller one.
Love
Keeping
it.
my eye on the one on the road that's looking for Asala.
Okay.
It's not going to give me any stun points. That's a 12.
That will hit. And you get the extra d6 from the flaming weapons.
Oh, yeah. So that's 7 plus 2 is 9.
That's pretty great. All right. He also now does really not look great. Really doesn't. All right. Anything else Mariana wants to do?
I do have. I can do a minor action. I'm going to circle around him because I don't want either of these two that are here to get behind me to Asala. So I'm going to, without like leaving his engagement range, like circle around.
Okay. Yeah,
That's
for
it.
sure. You can do that. All right. Next up is going to be Calyx.
Yeah, my spells are either too messy or I'm I'm at full hit points still, so I don't need to drain life. So I'm just gonna Arcane Lance the one that's closest to me. I'm just gonna
Okay.
pull out
Awesome.
my I think it's like a Blackwood staff and just zap them.
All right.
Syntax error. Cool.
Yes, that will hit, and you do have a stun point.
Okay. And the damage is how does this work? An arcane lance has a range of 16 yards and inflicts 1d6 plus magic damage. Ooh, that's good. So 6 damage. And then I got one stunt point.
You do.
I'll use. Is it cool if we pick from the advanced spell stunts?
Yeah, sure.
I'll use staggering spell and send him backwards 2 yards.
That seems pretty great.
And that's it. That's all I got.
All right, sounds good. Asala, it is your turn. There's one kind of in the road looking for you.
All righty. Well, we're gonna do something that is so very cool. Oh, I have my Channel of Primal Might thing that gives me +2 on any primal spell, yeah?
You do.
Great. Love that for me. Okay. Still don't want to set everything on fire. So, I don't have any real control over Flame Blast. So,
Okay.
I'm gonna look at the one that's looking specifically at me, and I am going to arc. How far away? How many of them are? There's only one that's really close to me.
Yeah, but the one that Calyx just knocked back a couple yards is probably about the same distance to you, just off to the side. The next closest one is probably the one trying to chop down Adrian's tree.
Okay, great. That would be. I would just end up setting everything on fire. So, I am gonna Arcane Lance the one that seems to be coming for me.
Okay.
I don't know. That's a 6.
Yeah, that's I'm pretty sure that's a critical fail. Is actually what happened there.
Great.
That's a beautiful mishaps.
So that's the magical mishaps page that I get to look at.
Oh boy, I'm so glad.
Oh boy, this is not this. So what's really fun is there's an option for 4 points called misfire, where instead of shooting the enemy, it shoots an ally.
Great.
We're gonna do that. I would like you, Asala, to roll a
Great.
d4 for me
Oh my god,
to
I'm
see
so
which of
pumped.
your allies it shoots.
I shoot myself.
No, you shoot Calyx because I'm going down the zoom order as I see it.
Oh, ew.
All right, so roll the damage on it.
Oh.
Oh,
Of course.
So on the sheet it says 2d6. For me, it says 2d6 plus 1, which is what it rolled for you. But in the book, it's 1d6 plus your magic. I don't know if that would be better for me.
it would. You could take 7 damage. I'll get rid of the little one. The little die can go away. So 7 damage to Calyx. Boy, I'm going to really keep an eye on this magical mishaps page because there's one called Lost in the Fade, and I just feel like that's just fun. All right. Yikes. Hey, Calyx, you're not at full health anymore. Remember how you said that with all your hubris a minute
Yeah,
ago?
see, actually I meant to do that. So yeah, that was all part of my master plan.
Cunning plans. I love it so much. Okay. It is the Jinlock's turns. Let's just we're gonna roll a little bit out of order. We're gonna have this guy just roll some d6 action here. Almost made the same mistake I did earlier. Oh boy. Hey, this guy is chomping at your tree, Adrian. Like he's making progress.
I don't
you
like
can
that.
feel it shaking. The one that Mariana is dealing with swings at her, well, picks up his axe and then tries to swing at you. 13?
That is my armor. My
Okay.
defense.
All right, let's see if he is going to be able to actually do any damage. 10 points of damage. So subtract your defense or your armor from that. And yeah, He
feel like
got his
I-
battle axe back. And he got mad, but he's almost dead. So
I feel like I slipped on the ice and he caught me in the
he got-
side.
everything's a little foggy and misty over there now from all the steam. Calix, the one that you blasted back, is going to try to come at you.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he's going to hit because you said your defense was 11.
I sure did.
Oh boy. You also take 10 points of damage,
That's
minus your armor.
Fine. Armor? What's armor?
All right, you're a squishy mage. And then the one in the middle of the road definitely saw Asala pop up and like try to shoot magic at him and miss, and is going to try to run over to Asala, but he's not going to be able to get right up to you yet, but he is like on top of the tree that you're behind. He just can't really get to you yet. So it is Valentina's turn.
Okay. I have a question. I did not write this down last time. What is that staff that I have to?
Oh boy, hold on. What was that staff? It was a good staff.
I don't know, but I should have written it down and I did not.
That's a-okay. I will find it real fast. Give me 1 second. Let me pull it up. Scrolly. It is. Okay. All right. So it's called the Oak Branch. You get to add a plus or minus 1 to any result rolled on the table of magical mishaps. So you can change which way that happens. And also, I believe it was a +1 bonus to magic spells. Yeah, it's a +1 attack bonus to magic, I believe. Yeah.
Okay,
So-
so let's see what I have other than Arcane Bolt. I've used that a few times. Need to switch it up. Be unpredictable.
There you go.
Well, that's like the only thing I spell that I have that hits things. So
Ah, yeah.
it will be Arcane Bolt again, but with my staff.
Okay.
At the guy chopping down. Oh my gosh, I can't remember these. I just was going to say Archman's tree or
Atrian's tree. Okay. Yeah, love it.
And let me roll that. Cast spell.
Yes, that is absolutely going to hit him. All right. Well, the target number hits, and you're going to hit him. So go ahead and roll damage.
He should not be chopping down my friend's tree.
It's just rude to the forest, really.
Yeah. Eight.
8 points of damage. Love that. All right. Anything else Valentina wants to do?
I can't really do anything else, can I?
No, you're still pretty good kind of hidden up in the tree. No one seems to have noticed you yet, but that might change. With
I'm
that.
just going to stay in my tree for now.
Okay. Next up then is Atrian.
So I have this, lovely little monster underneath me that's trying to, bring me down and bring the tree down.
Right.
I don't like that. So I'm assuming there's other trees nearby, right?
There are many, yes.
All right. Could I take a more or less running leap and, jump on another tree branch?
I think you can absolutely try.
I
I think
try.
you can absolutely roll a dexterity and see what happens.
Okay, I'm gonna try that. At the same time, I'm gonna try to turn around and shoot at that as I'm leaping in the air.
Well, now you add that, and I just want to say that it all works because that's just amazing. But we don't have destiny points in this system,
No.
so
That's the plan. If it's gonna work,
Hey, I like it. Let's start with a dex check on this.
All right. 16.
All right, you are going to be able to make the leap to another tree, for sure. That's going to happen. So now you can do your attack roll here. If you critically fail, you are missing that branch.
All right. 16.
All right, yeah, you hit him. And you're going to be able to get onto the other tree.
For 8 points of damage. As I'm
All righty.
turning and shooting as I LN.
That's very cool. That's very good. Mariana, your turn. And I believe your daggers are still on fire.
Yeah. So I was keeping an eye on the other one as well. Seeing it make a move towards Asala, I'm going to feint with the one I'm at and spin back, and I'm going to attack the other one with backstab. So it's first a stealth versus their perception seeing.
Okay. Well, you get a heap of stump points, so talk to me about what you want to do with that.
Can I use those on the attack since this is part of the attack?
Sure. And you beat him on stealth, so go nuts.
So now I make an attack with +2, so it'll be +2 to whatever this is. 16 total.
Yeah, that's gonna hit with all
Okay.
those stunt points that you can spend on it.
Cool. Yeah. I'm gonna spend. I have
Jeepers.
6. Yep. I am going to spend. Yeah, I'm going to spend a point for Pierce Armor because I'm a rogue,
Solid.
and then Lethal Blow it.
Yeah, this seems like the time to do that.
Do you want me to roll the fire damage and my backstab damage separately, or does the type matter?
It doesn't matter to me one bit. It is entirely possible that you could kill him with one hit here.
Oh.
You didn't, but
12
boy,
total.
you if y'all have the opportunity to use Pierce Armor, I would encourage you to do so, as he just went from being perfectly fine to more than half dead in one hit.
Oh wait.
So
Hang on. Sorry, that's Lethal Blow. The backstab. Oh, and then the fire damage is 1d6, right?
Yep.
It's another 2 points of fire damage.
even more. All right. Hey, this Jinlock hates you personally now.
That's okay.
That's how much you just did to him in one blow. Is he's just personal enmity between his family and yours. All right. Anything else Mariana wants to do?
Oh, a lot of people have hate towards my family just because of what we do. I know that's all I got.
All right. Next up is Calyx.
Yeah, that buddy, our little buddy that decided to charge right back and stab me. This feels like a good. He's gonna be getting some life drained.
I love this for him.
Yes, I do too. I love it for me.
That's fair.
Does a 23 do it
Yes.
with 6 stun?
Son of a. Yeah, go off, fam.
Oh, also, this is with my special entropy stick, so it.
Oh,
was
yeah.
better. It was better than that.
It's even worse. Oh boy. 2 points off from being triple dice. That's got to be something insane.
If it's cool, I'll use entropic blessing on this twice.
Yeah, go nuts.
Which is that they lose a health and I get that amount back again. So essentially just doing more drain life on top.
I love it.
Yeah, so suck life energy out of a visible target within 10 yards to heal myself. They take 1d6 plus magic penetrating damage.
Go for it.
There we go.
All right, and then the 2 entropics.
I think it's just 2 more health. On top
Okay.
of that,
So he's losing 13.
yes, I'm healing 13. I'm
So
almost
just-
back up to full.
So describe how this thing kills him.
So I think this is the same one that I hexed earlier, and I think that just it almost looks like this red black like crackling like staticky effect like at the edges of this genlock. Like their continued existence as a living being doesn't mesh with this spell. And I think when I cast Drain Life, that almost just starts highlighting in color across their veins. And they just start withering.
That's so good. Oh my gosh. That one's dead. And Calyx is fine again. We love this. Asala. There's one kind of here-ish that got real hurt. Like it was there like menacing you, and then it just screamed.
Yep. Asala is going to arcane lance it in the head.
This is so good. Go
Now-
for it.
Okay. Having arcane lore doesn't do me any good in this situation, does it? It does not. I don't think so.
Probably not. I don't
That's
think so.
fine. I tried.
You did.
Do I have an advantage? Or does that it's a 10? That doesn't hit, does it?
Or do you now all of a sudden have an advantage?
I have one.
You do now.
Yeah, I'm gonna use it.
There you go.
At 11.
Yeah, that hits.
Yay! Finally! That is 8 damage.
All right. Boy, this guy's having a bad day. Is really what. Like, at least he's not going to have his entire life force just eaten out of him, but he's also having a pretty bad day. All right. It is their turn. So let's see. The one who is just being a lumberjack about everything is gonna turn. He was like turning after Atrian leapt out of the tree just in time to see Calyx consume his buddy. So he's going to go try to deal with that situation. I think he might be doing a pretty good job of dealing with that situation.
Mhm.
All right. Let's see. 9 points of damage. But, you know, he hasn't been hit too much yet, Calyx. He's got a lot of hit points for you to take.
Mhm.
All right. So the ones that Mariana has been dealing with are now equally hurt. The one that you and now Asala hit is going to try to swing at you, Mariana. An 11? That's one below. Yeah, he misses. The other one runs back the way he came. He just starts booking it. Now, the nice thing is, he was one of the ones that the grenade hit, so he's not running very fast. But he is going, or trying to. Top of the round is Valentina.
Yeah, that one that's running.
Uh-huh.
I only have the one range magic thing, but I'm gonna aim my staff at him and hope that it hits.
Oh, heck yeah.
It's kind of rude he behaved kind of rudely, so he needs to get hit by this thing if the dice like me still. That's not as good as the others.
11, 12, 14. That still hits the target number
Oh, I
and
get a
still hits
+1.
defense.
I get a +1, don't I?
Yeah. Yes. That's
Okay.
still definitely hitting the target number and still hitting him. So go off. Roll those damages.
8.
All right. He staggers, but he is not dead yet. He is in what I like to call stiff breeze territory. All right, Atrian.
Well, I see him running away,
Uh-huh.
and there might be more, and I don't want him to alert anybody.
Fair.
So I'm gonna take aim for my tray, fire at him.
Yeah, you're gonna
21.
hit. So
All right.
How many dice do you get to roll?
It's 1d6 plus 3.
Oh yeah, just tell me how you kill him.
Oh,
Your +3 alone is going to ensure he dies from this attack. So
so it's just gonna be very he's probably trying to scream and alert his people. So just let's silence him through the throat.
perfect, brutally perfect. I approve. Well done. That one is dead. Mariana, it's your turn.
So the one that ran, was that the one that was up against me or the one that was still further away?
That was the one that you had left to go deal with this one. So there's still one right up in front of you that just whiffed with an attack.
Okay. So right up against me, I cannot backstab it. Yeah, so I will just normal attack it.
All right.
I want to keep its attention on me. 16.
16 is absolutely going to hit.
4 points. Plus 3 more fire. 7 points.
Okay, I'm really glad you had the 7 more points. So tell me how you kill this one.
Yeah, it swings at me with its axe, and I duck underneath it and kick it in the knee. And as it lunges down, I just stab up under its chin.
All right, that one drops. And Calix, you're left facing the last one.
Yeah, I like to think I got stabbed in the back by this one, and I'm just gonna wheel around and like latch onto it with my hand and try and drain life again.
I love it. Do it.
16 with
With some
4 more
stunt
stunt
points.
points.
Sure. Go for it.
Sure. So 9 piercing points of damage that I also heal back.
Good.
And if it's cool, if we were cool with advanced spell stones, I'd love to mana surge this shit and regain 1d6 mana.
Perfect. Yes, absolutely. We're still good with that.
Let's heal all of my pools.
Just get everything
With
back
6
up.
more mana.
Yeah.
Get it all in, right?
All right. So he's real hurt and he's not liking that feeling one bit. Asala, it's your turn. There's one guy left who looks like he's having
If I
Just
could
a
ask a
great
quick
time.
question I forgot to ask the turn before.
Yeah, what's up?
How obvious was it that Asala was the one that shot me?
I mean, fair to middling.
Okay, I wasn't sure if there was any chance that now I'm under the impression there's an enemy mage hiding somewhere.
No, I feel like that was
Okay.
probably fairly obvious.
Okay.
I feel like Asala probably popped around and went, sorry, after it happened, or like something equally stupid.
That's wonderful.
I really am afraid of setting everything on fire, but so I am going to try the lance one last time. Note to self, pick better spells next time. Oh my god.
Well, I don't have any more channel points to buy you another advantage.
No,
this go
it's
around.
fine. With my minor action, I'm going to throw a small rock at it and say very unkind things about its mother.
It just looks hurt now. Just
Yeah.
All right. It's his turn, and he did not really at all appreciate what Calix just did to him. So, does a 14 hit?
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
Oh boy. Hey, he wants those hit points
He
back.
wants the hit points back. Just been bouncing these 9 back and forth between him and his allies. For the
Those
last
are
5
mine.
minutes.
Ugh. Your friend made me cry. All right. Valentina, there's one left. Who just hit your philosophical buddy Calix.
Well, he just has to go.
Yeah.
You know, when they do these things, they have to realize there's consequences to bad behavior.
How else are we gonna learn?
I hope the leader dice agree with me. I think they do it. That looks good to me.
Yeah, those are really, really high numbers. I think they're pretty great. Go ahead and roll your damage.
$11.
Yeah. Yeah. Talk to me about how you kill this guy.
Since I'm still really well hidden, it just looks like a bolt of, I guess, green light just comes out and zaps this guy.
Okay.
And like he'll probably go still for a second and just go a little green and fall over. And it just looks like it came from the tree. You don't see Valentina. You just see the tree.
All right. Well, this sounds pretty great. He drops, and with our last combatant down, we're going to go to break. So we'll be back in just a little bit to see what happens next on this story and see how everybody deals with Darkspawn showing up, because as if things weren't complicated enough. See y'all in a bit. welcome back. Our delightful crew here just beat the snot out of some Darkspawn, which was exciting. And that means y'all are going to be able to level up tonight or before our next session. So congratulations on having more abilities. And I was told that one of them is going to be able to backstab while lying. So that's just terrifying. All right. So y'all are done with the fight. Y'all are there on the road. Y'all are going to get some amount of gold that I'm going to look up real fast here. What are y'all doing though? What are y'all doing?
Well, first thing I'm gonna do is get down from that tree.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll lean over the top of the tree or the fallen tree that I'm on, looking at Sala. Are you okay?
Asal is just sort of like sitting, like crouched, rather like as primly as one can be in the circumstances. And she looks up. She goes, "Oh no, this is great, actually. Quite comfortable given the circumstances. Are they they're dead?
Yeah, they're all dead.
Great. And I think slowly, like attempting to be like polite and proper, she tries to get herself out of the tree, but it slowly descends into like a lot of flopping and like unceremonious rolling, and then she just sort of is on the ground, just sort of laying there for a second, like.
I will reach down and try to help you.
She gets up and dusts herself off and is like looking at her magical implements, and like attempting to see if there's like clean them out because they were not working quite to her satisfaction. She's looking for any sort of issue with them and muttering unladylike curses to the wretched things. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. I'm glad everyone's okay. Calyx, you look like you're still alive.
Yeah, and I think Calyx, like, there's almost a little bit more movement about him, like in battle than normal. Like he almost shrinks a little bit back down to himself here. Bleeding a little bit, but nothing permanent, I don't think.
That's all part of a fight. How about you two up there?
Fine. I'm gonna guess that there's most likely gonna be more nearby. So better stay as quiet as possible when we move. And I'm looking at like how everybody's like dressed as well. I'm assuming that, none of you are like in bright orange or something like that, right? I hope not.
Both Atrian and Valentina will be able to take the time to just climb down from the tree safely. There is no danger, so it's basically the equivalent of like taking 10. So y'all can both get down from the tree without a problem. So, what are y'all gonna do? Y'all can continue on. Y'all can go try to find out if there's more Darkspawn. What's y'all's plan? What's y'all's goal?
Looking at the path that the herd that passed through left. So essentially, like where the Darkspawn came from, where does that track like trajectory wise with the big old hole in the ground?
Yeah.
So this felt like a scouting group, and anyone who has dealt, for sure, I feel fairly confident that Asala and Calyx would know this. Atrian, Mariana, possible. Valentina, maybe not. But you might have heard some stories from people passing that you could put this together if they started talking about it. The thing about Darkspawn is if you start digging too deep, Darkspawn are going to show up because you never know when you might unearth another archdemon for them because they're always looking. They're always in the market for a new boss. So, This was presumably maybe just a scout from a larger group. And the fact that y'all found them and dealt with them before they found this road means that they're probably going to be just wandering through the woods roughly towards the hole, but y'all have stopped them from finding the fast way.
At least for this party specifically.
Right.
Because typically they don't just have one scouting
Yeah.
party.
And Harrell said that if we didn't hurry, we were going to miss it. And I assumed that he had meant that the prophet would complete whatever his goal is. But now I'm not sure.
I don't know. I think we need to get in there as quickly as possible and get
I
out
agree.
before the bigger group gets here. If we take time to hunt these down, there's no telling what'll happen.
If anything, their digging will just bring out more. So might as well, stop that first before
That
to uncover
does-
something worse.
it does give us valuable information for, planning after we complete our goal, being optimistic. Because we are going to need to get those people that we're going for out of there quickly before the Darkspawn will show up.
Yeah. 'Cause I doubt we're going to be lucky enough to just stumble upon a Grey Warden nearby.
No, but a number of the people that I'm here to recover, including my sister, are crows, so they're not defenseless.
Let's just move quickly and quietly. If possible, I'm just gonna quickly look at Calix, who was on the wrong side of the rock. I mean, you should theoretically blend in because he has his proper goth look, I'm assuming.
He wears mostly like reds and blacks, which camouflage wise are at least covering up all of the bleeding he did.
All right. So y'all are going to kind of rally up and start heading back down the road?
Yeah, I'm gonna, take lead on this and just be at least a couple of yards ahead. Just in case I stumble on something that I can warn them. But not
Okay.
so far out that they won't be able to follow me.
Okay. Roll me a perception scene.
I can certainly do that. Focus, perception. Let's see.
Okay.
Could be worse.
So it takes a little while. Y'all are getting into the heart of the forest here. As time has gone on a little bit, y'all haven't seen any more darkspawn. Y'all have occasionally seen what looks like disturbances in the bush where other animals have gone fleeing away, but it's never on a consistent track. Like they're always coming from different directions. So if there are more darkspawn moving roughly in your direction, they're kind of roaming and not going in any sort of like, as the pardon the pun, the crow flies. They seem like they're probably just wandering through the forest, which is good for y'all, for sure right now. Eventually y'all get through some of the trees, and Adrian, you're out in the lead, and you're also probably the most familiar with forests in general. You're the one who kind of notices that some of the kind of the shape of the underbrush and everything is less natural and more ruins of city. Y'all are on the outskirts of where the city was. When it was consumed, some remnant was left. There's always something, it's never a totally clean process. And the road that y'all have been following peters out. And Adrian, you're looking around through some of these shapes and around some of the trees. And it takes you a little bit because this is weird. Like, you've never found just bits of city reclaimed by forest before. That's not normal. Eventually, though, something catches your eye. You turn and you look, and judging just by how you know cities are designed and how people, how your people tend to kind of, when they build something, they like to build it with nature. This looks like it may have once been like a small plaza of some sort. Maybe there was a fountain at one point. Who knows? In the middle of it, though, is standing a big, brilliant, pure snow white Hala. And it's looking at you.
Like a living one, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna take a moment, just be very, very quiet, and just look at it back. And I know the name of that gosh darn animal, but I can't remember. It's not just a Hala. It's one specific, based on what I can see here.
Mm-hmm.
Analgalim, Analgilan, I think. The Pathfinder.
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah.
It ducks its head like it's bowing to you, paws the ground a little bit, turns, and slowly walks between what would have roughly been two buildings.
Okay.
And it stops, and it looks back at you, and then keeps moving.
I'm just gonna gesture to people behind, just be quiet, and I'm gonna just quietly, non-missingly, no weapon drawn or anything, just walk towards it and try to follow it just a little bit.
It's walking slowly enough that it's staying out of sight of the rest of the party. It's staying within your sight, but it does seem to be guiding you. Like if you start straying, it just like paws the ground, kind of snorts a little bit to get your attention and pull you back the way it's going.
Okay. I'm gonna turn toward the party. Be quiet, be respectful, and just follow my lead on this one. And I'm just gonna gesture them to, come at least closer. As I'm gonna walk, following the path shown by the Pathfinder.
It leads you through several of these buildings, and you get up to an area where you can all tell that there's kind of a border where something changes, where there are no more ruins. There's still forest. There's still deep, dense forest, but there's no more ruins. It's almost like there is a perfect line. In fact, as you approach it, you can kind of see where like a chunk of a building was sheared in half almost. Y'all are at the edge of where the city was consumed. The Hala leads y'all into one of the last buildings right on the edge. Anyone that has history lore, arcane lore, maybe religious lore, heraldry, can take a roll at this to see if you can identify what this is.
Besides cultural lore.
Yep, that'll work. That will certainly work. Okay, Atrian, you definitely know what this is. This is a temple. You can very clearly see carvings that represent all of the Dalish gods. Asala, you are able to pick out pretty clearly as well. But what you're noticing is that there are also on some of the pillars magically inscribed carvings of Tevinter houses that were definitely later additions. Calyx, you see those and can recognize it and can put that together as well. What catches your eye is a carving of a wolf that doesn't seem overgrown. And both Calyx and Asala and Valentina, all three of y'all feel it the second you step in the door. This Hala led you to the ritual site where it happened. This was where the Tevinter Magisters did the final ritual to eat a city, to command the earth to consume the heart of the Elvish Empire. This building is practically humming with magic. The Hala is standing at the other end where the far wall is just gone. There's not rubble, there's not ruin of it, it's just gone. The Hala looks at all of you, bows again, and it turns to walk away back into the woods. And as it does, you can see directly through the trees to a clearing. It's still a little ways out. It's not like right over there where anyone at the camp will see y'all. But there's a clearing. And there's tents. There are people moving around. And there is a massive, massive hole in the earth. And that's where we're going to leave our story today. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us. We got to fight some Darkspawn, which was a ton of fun. The team leveled up. And we're in the end game now, kids. Y'all have the goal is in front of you. Congratulations. We're going to go back around. And y'all get to tell us your favorite part, where we can find you next, and anything else you want to promote. We're going to start with Rafiki. Hello.
Hi, everybody. Hope everybody had a lot of fun. I know I did, which I always make it super hard to pick a favorite part, honestly. But, you know, met the Pathfinder, which is pretty dope. You know, big part of Dalish culture. And we are in the room where it should happen. So that's interesting as well. It's going to be super interesting for storytelling. And so it's hard to really pick a favorite part, really. But yeah, we killed things. That was dope. But Calyx still being full of health, even though he took a beating. But yeah, for me, I'm Rafiki. I'm a TTRPG streamer mostly. You can find me here or on one of those places, the GR Crew channel, where I usually GM, although we're currently on a bit of a TTRPG break until next year. Although this Thursday, we're going to have one-off in game of Phasmo. It was one of the milestones from the charity stream that we did in April. So I never played the game, so let's see how fun it will be. On that, you can find stuff that I do at Raven Skull Production here and there. I'm working on finalizing a solo piano EP that should hopefully be out soon. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Awesome. And next up, we have Icy Historian.
Hello. Hi. I am Icy Historian. And yeah, this was a great time. Roll20 and I are in a fight now. Mad at it. And it needs to apologize and think about what it's done. So yes, I am Icy Historian at Icy Historian, all the places on the internet where I feel like being found. I am marginally on Twitter, but sometimes I'm there talking about games and education. You can find me here for the duration of this campaign. You can find me for intermittent various things, hanging out with Pat on Pat's channel. We have a lot of fun doing random stuff. And you can actually find me on 2 podcasts that I'm going to remember to talk about because I'm doing it right now. First one is the Categorically Insane podcast, where my friend Amber and I, who both have some experience in the industry of romantic fiction to varying degrees, go through the history, the back catalog of Harlequin romance novels. And we just recorded a new episode last night on 2 books that we both hated. Oh, the 40s. 40s are a rough time, my friends. Hoo boy, a lot of hot takes in romantic fiction coming out of 1943. So there's that, and I also I will be on starting in February, because we are very far ahead, the Overpriced Concessions podcast, where a bunch of my friends and I sit down and talk about movies and whether or not they are worth the price of today's overpriced concessions. And yes, I'm on the episodes where we talk about Josie and the Pussycats, and Terminator 2, and soon to be talking about Jacob's Ladder, which I'm very excited about. And I think that's it.
All
sure.
right. Next up is Anna.
Oh, that's me. Favorite part is tricky. Probably when Calyx spun around and killed the Darkspawn that was harassing him. It was a great melee moment for a squishy rogue or squishy mage. I think that was my favorite part. Yeah, I'm Anna, aka Archival Dust Bunny, most places on the internet, queer and trans advocate, museum worker, and TTRPG streamer. If any of that sounds interesting, you can find me on Twitter at Archival Dust Bun. Things are wrapping up for the year across the board, but Sundays you can still find me either at 1:30 p.m. Eastern on Gona_Hawking for Shifting Echoes, which is our D&D 5th edition campaign in a world of 1930s technology. Really great cast of characters and players there. And I play a noble, Lady with Sorry Spring Fate, and it's gotten complicated. Just have to watch to see what has happened. She's gone through a lot of trauma recently, but it's worth checking out. And on the Sundays that I'm not there, you can find me on Guild of the Phoenix at 8 p.m. Eastern playing Cyberpunk Red, where I play a medtech desperately trying to keep a party with a death wish alive as we go up against corporations. If podcasts are more your thing, you can find me on Response Team Omnicron, a Lancer actual play podcast set in the No Room for Wallflowers setting, following a PR team that has found itself unexpectedly on the front line, and I play the manager of the streaming mogul that this PR team is built around. So if you like mechs, narrative first combat, sci-fi feels, we got all of that. So check us out. You can find us anywhere you normally find your podcasts, Apple, Spotify, wherever. Yeah, best place to see. Oh, and tomorrow night I'll be on TPK Roleplay, finishing up part 3 of our it's the finale of our 3-part Zentra mini-series. It's high-level D&D. We're all level 15, and morally great characters. That's a lot of shenanigans. Check that out as well. The best place to see where and when I'm streaming is on Twitter, so give me a follow there.
Awesome. Next up is Pat.
Hi. Yes, I'm Pat. I'm a Tactric Online, where I do things like video games and tabletop role-playing games. Yes, and you can find more information on those things when I have it on my Twitter. And yeah, I don't know. My favorite part was we all just rolled so well with the stunt points that I think my favorite parts were the times when things went slightly poorly, or when things became a challenge. Like when I got shot. Or for that brief second, we thought the grenade was going to do something just as cool, but to me.
All right, and where can we find you next? Anything else you want to talk about?
Oh, do not know. I don't know. Check on Twitter.
Solid. All right, and Nikki.
My favorite part was actually getting to do something without completely messing my roles up, even though none of the characters could see me. So that kind of wasn't fun, but it was still fun to actually do something useful. I'll try to update my Twitter, JDPot7575, for what I'm doing.
Awesome. And I am Matt. I'm a content creator of various stripes. My favorite bit was y'all getting just a metric ton of stump points and wrecking that poor Herlock's entire day to pieces. That was some of the most beautiful teamwork I have ever seen, and I sure loved watching y'all ruin him. Y'all can find me again on this channel on Thursday nights on the Star Wars game, where Nikki is also a player in that. And y'all can find me over on my channel most Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings. I'm taking this week off. I have con stuff I'm prepping for, but I'll be back next week. And I have a podcast called Hard Reboot, where me and two friends take a public domain property and give it a fresh coat of paint. We're going to have some episodes dropping here in the next week or so that are going to be a lot of fun. Some sequels to some previous projects we did. And I have a shop on Etsy called Forge Destiny, where I make things like awesome custom lightsabers and other custom props. Check it out. And I'm going to kick it back over to Raven to talk about our sponsors.
Awesome. That was fantastic. Thank you so much, everybody, for playing and watching, and thanks, Matt, so much for running this. That was a lot of fun to watch. And yeah, I do have a few words to say about our sponsors before we go on a raid. They are Fundamental RPG. It's a simple D20 system that's not tied to a genre, so it's easy to play anything from high fantasy to sci-fi and everything in between. You can pick up physical copies on Amazon or digital PDF copies over on my Ko-fi, which is coffee.com/Raven. That's RAVVYN. Also, go check out Die Hard Dice at dieharddice.com. They make incredible metal and polymer dice sets and accessories. Highly recommend for the metal sets looking at the Mythica Dreamscape Nightshade set. There's a link to that in chat. It's very satisfying to roll, pleasantly heavy metal set of dice. Really good set for a rogue if you're looking for a rogue set of dice. And then if you're looking for polymer dice, I cannot recommend enough the Avalor Blackfeather set, which was made for Blackfeather Guild. They are gorgeous. They look like raven feathers, and I really could not be happier with them. They come with a really cool Blackfeather Guild crest card and sticker, and it is a limited run, so be sure to pick yours up before they run out. And then with anything that you order off of dieharddice.com, use the code ANIMUS with a capital A to get 15% off of your order. It is normally just 10% off with that code, but for the holidays up until December 20th, you can get that extra 5% for a total of 15% off your order with it, which is really, really awesome. And then if you want to catch up on this show or any others that we have on the channel or have had in past seasons even, you can do so at the Fantasy Network at watch.thefantasy.network or over on YouTube. Just search for Blackfeather Guild, and our channel is over there. That's where we archive all of our past episodes, and we do some YouTube exclusive shows over there as well. This season, we've occasionally had some Blackfeather Paranormal Investigation shows over there, and then starting next season, we're going to have 2 YouTube exclusive shows over there on Fridays, which are going to be pretty awesome. So definitely go check that out. And as mentioned, we're going to go on a raid. So we're going to go raid Weave the Tale, which is a fantastic network and channel. Tons of phenomenal people over there. Give them a follow if you're not doing so already. And I will see you all, let's see, what is today? Tuesday? I will see you all on Thursday for our Elite Beskar Star Wars game. where things are getting pretty interesting. Last session, there was some interesting Force things happening in a cave that were really fun to watch each individual character interact with. And it looks like we'll be getting some answers on that this Thursday, so you won't want to miss that. All right, I will see you all then. Bye, everybody.